feeling?
Pretty good. Just a few good days of work. Just getting prepared.
What's the plan going forward for you this week? I mean, how active are you going to be at practice and between preparation and rest and recovery?
Oh, I'm participating in everything. There's light practice today. Over the next few days we'll definitely ramp it up, I assume, and I'm in everything, so I'm ready to go.
You called those 4 days in between games 2 and game 4 hell for you. Was that because you weren't able to be on the court, or because the training you were going through was so arduous?
It was a combination of things, more or less. The biggest frustration for me was not being able to go out there and be out there for my teammates, and then dealing with body issues and being hurt just sucks, especially in a time like that. So it was more or less a combination of that, and then also the rigorous schedule that I had. When you're injured, you have to do a lot more than you would usually do to get prepared for a game. So it was just a learning experience, to say the least. But it was just a test of my will, and I was very resilient in what I was doing, and hopefully going forward I don't have any relapses with my knee. So. Do
you think that's a solid roadmap to follow, though, whatever type of training that you kind of added in between games 2 and 4 to use that getting ready for the finals?
Absolutely. Some things happen unexpectedly, but I believe things happen for a reason, and like I said, it was just the biggest learning experience for me. And, the situation wasn't ideal, but I just took it as a lesson learned, and going forward, just knowing what I need to do in order to be prepared for games.
How much do you think you'll be on Steph Curry in this series? How much do you think you'll be on Curry defensively in this series, and how do you limit a guy like that?
Well, it's a total team effort. Obviously, I will be starting out on him, and whatever happens, going forward throughout the game, we'll make adjustments. But for me, it's just whenever we are guarding him, it just takes a total team effort and team defense to kind of limit his touches and limit his shots. He does a great job of getting open, and as if not the quickest release I've ever seen. And he just knocks down shots, tough shots as well. So it's a total team effort.
What do you think it would mean for you to not have to go through the will he or won't he play kind of speculation, game after game? And what do you think it would mean for your team to know you're in pen, you're not penciled in?
It'd be the best thing, for myself, and that's the plan going forward. It's just that, there is no ifs, ands, or buts if I'm playing or not. They're going to get, a guy that's going to go out there and compete like I did before, in the previous series, and just ready to go out there and go out to, with war with my brothers. I've said it throughout the whole entire season, and coming into these playoffs is, I'm willing to do anything and whatever it takes to win a ball game. So, the confidence that we had going into Game 4, the closeout game, where, it was, we just need that extra little push, and I was out there, and, I was just happy that they still wanted me out there, especially if I'm not 100%. So, these next few days going to the finals, I'll definitely be penned in, and, I'll be ready to go.
Is there a difference in trusting your body when, you feel healthy, when maybe you don't question?
Wait, want to repeat the question? Repeat it.
Are there situations in games where if you can trust your body, you don't have to think or wonder if I can do this?
Well, absolutely. That's what makes all the preparation that you put in, and basketball for me is all based off instincts, and going out there and when you're playing hurt, it's a mental struggle and a mental game that you're playing with yourself. You're trying to convince yourself, like, I can one dribble pull up or come off this screen, and your mind is thinking one thing and your body just won't allow you to do it. So, when they're in line, it's just, it's the utmost confidence. And for me, it's the biggest thing, because my game is predicated on stopping and going and being able to finish at the rim and make plays. So, now that I'm getting the confidence back and playing, almost every single day and preparing again, I think that's the biggest drop-off for me, is that I wasn't allowed to prepare. I was in the training room most of the time, and now that these practice days are vital for me in order to get my rhythm back.
Is your confidence back where it used to be, as far as the confidence?
Never left, man.
You don't mean the confidence in your body to get out there and do what you. Is that back to, or is it still growing?
I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good spot right now. I'm really happy, especially where I am. I just missed the preparation days, because that's the biggest thing for me, is that the game will handle itself, you know. But the parts when, you know, no one's watching, and, you know, you're by yourself in the gym and you're envisioning yourself in those particular moments, and when you're actually in them, you feel like you're prepared. You know, it's nothing like it. So I definitely just missed being out there with my teammates and preparing, you know, by myself as well. You know, and seeing the basketball go in and practicing until it becomes perfect. Then in the game, it just becomes easy. So.
How much different was the treatment after Florida than before the trip?
We just you know, got with the right people, and, you know, got things done in terms of you know, what I need to do in order for my knee to feel better.
You waited 4 years to get to the playoffs. You had obviously 30 points in your first game. What's the experience been like for you since that game, and just how difficult has it been, just that it hasn't gone maybe the way you wanted to?
The what? The first game? Who's that?
The first game against Boston, you had 30 points in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And then
What about it?
then, I said, what's it been like? Just
Oh no, it's been you know, there's no time to celebrate. It's just like there's no, you know, in between time, or, you know, time to, you know, you reflect on the game, and now it's time to move forward. So, you know, that's what I've probably learned most about the playoffs, is that, you know, one good game in a series, you know, is good for one day. Everyone talks about it, and then, you know, now it's about the next game and who's matching up and what's going to happen. So, you know, it's all about just moving to the next game and on to the next one mentality. So.
You mentioned your brothers the other night. LeBron wanted you to, the goal was to get Joe Harris in the game. What does that say about the closeness of you guys?
Oh, that we all care for one another. You know, it was good to see Joe out there, and that was our motivation to get him out there. You know, we just wanted to get the series done with and get our young guys some playing time.
In the Chicago series, you guarded Dunleavy. In Game 4, you guarded Kent Bazemore. How comfortable are you guarding bigger, taller offensive players?
I mean, you know, it's whatever's needed for the team. I mean, you know, as long as I'm contesting and I could, you know, stay in front of the guys and you know, not let my team down defensively on you know, especially on that end. I mean, I'm just gonna, you know, guard whoever coach wants me to be on.
Hey, Kyrie, you've been a teammate with Bron for a year now. You played against him. You've watched him from afar. Is he better than ever?
What do you mean, like the best ever? Or
No,
like
just, is he playing at a level that we haven't seen out of him before?
Man, that question just, I was just speechless, and I became a fan, to be honest with you. I just told him that it was just, it's a different feeling when you're on a team with someone that you've watched for so long, and, you know, when you get to see them up close, and, you know, the work that he puts in, the dedication that he has, and, you know, the drive and the will that he has, and he you know, he literally, you know, I feel like, you know, we were together. I don't want to say we jumped on his back, but we were all there for him, you know, and he was doing his thing, and, you know, but I think the true testament of him is that, you know, he embodies, you know, a leader and that leads a team, you know, and the true testament of the word team is, I feel like, is embodied with the guys that we have here. You know, we have so many different personalities, so many different guys, and, you know, when you have a leader like that brings you up and lifts you up in every situation, there's never going to be a time where you look at him and he's going to look frazzled or look like he doesn't know what he's doing. You know, he always knows 4 steps ahead, and it's just like, well, I wasn't even thinking about that. Like, what the heck? Like, he saw that coming. I was just like, so it's just a learning experience, and you're just constantly on your P's and Q's, because he just expects you to be at your best, and he wants you to be at your best. So if you have a guy like that, you know, the basketball stuff will take care of itself. I mean, he does amazing things. You know, I appreciate seeing that. I don't take that for granted, but the nuances of the game that just go unnoticed sometimes, that not everyone can see or experience, it's a different feeling.
One question.
Is there a specific moment that you can kind of go back to, be like, wow, this guy really gets it on a level that most people won't even understand? Is there like a certain moment or time that you can really think of?
Great speech by me, by the way. That was just, because it really came from the heart, like that. Crazy, but no, it's just every moment that you learn to appreciate. I can't even name one. It's just like all that I said came from a year of being with him, and now it's like we're going to the biggest stage, and I wouldn't want to go with, you know, any other guys than these guys, and also a leader like him.